A summer day found the East Oakland hills beckoning, and an attentive young boy fathomed its calling. A plan was in the making. He would approach his younger next-door neighbor Milton Pepitone, better known as Babe, asking if he would be interested in joining him in an hike to the reaches of Skyline Boulevard, East Oakland's highest viewpoint overlooking the West Bay Area. It was agreed upon, the two boys starting their 2-mile march, crossing Mountain Boulevard upwards towards the first lower summit. A familiar climb for both, having been there before. Looking back, Mike noticing a young unpretentious figure following in their footsteps. It was his youngest sister Nancy. On many occasions she was tenacious in meandering behind him when ascertaining he was going up into the hills. In the past he had tried to dissuade her from following him, to coax her from continuing her undertaking. But alas, once again, it was to no avail, her persistence prevailing, so with no other options he invited her to join this quest. The three reaching the crest of the first hill, heading down into a familiar shallow valley with what resembled a road having been bulldozed long ago, going past the abandoned stables he had explored during a previous journey. The three following the hollow north for a quarter-mile before addressing another trail upwards. The ascent was slow, the three finally reaching a summit overlook, the pavement of Skyline Boulevard about 50 yards beyond. The three travelers continued on a disassembled trail that paralleled the road, soon passing above a familiar Oakland hillside landmark, the Gallagher and Burke Quarry. Mike thought about continuing on Skyline, and going down Redwood Road, but instead asked Babe and his sister if they wanted to see the sulfur mines. The three making their own trail, descending down from Skyline in the direction of the sulfur mines. Skirting the quarry, descending to their destination, the glimmering yellow of the pyrite containing the valued ferrous sulfide that encased the surroundings, and permeated the atmosphere with its ever-present pungent smell of sulfur. The rustic relic of the old central shaft, its pilings standing like a monument in commemoration of days gone by. Several foreboding tunnel entrances boarded up, as if to imprison the memories they still held, rather than to prevent access to unwanted visitors. Their warning signs still posted, weathered and neglected. Mike entering an aperture, exploring the encasing walls with his hands, the yellow crystallized material cleaving to his fingers. In the light provided from the opening, he stood within, absorbing the ambience of the moment, its reality, and a feeling of déjà vu, to visualize the arduous undertakings of these unearthing craftsmen of old. Having immersed in reflection, it was time to move on. Stepping back into the sunlit terrain, Mike looking about, Milton was present, but his sister Nancy was nowhere to be seen. He had instructed her not to enter any of the tunnel openings, but he knew how obstinate she could be. He conveyed the question to Milton about Nancy's whereabouts to no avail. He knew how adamant his sister could be in her determination to explore these underground caverns, having some of the same intransigent traits that he had, so it was no surprise what was transpiring. As suddenly as she had disappeared, she emerges with a contemptuous grin on her face. Mike could say nothing, for he could identify with her pretentious act, as she could proclaim that she had succeeded in doing something few of the populace would undertake, let alone accomplish. Departing from this wondrous extrication area, the threesome journeyed along the path above Leona Creek, reaching to where it became a subterranean crossing beneath Mountain Boulevard, and emptying into a body of water commonly referred to as Green Lake. In reality it was Lake Aliso, initially constructed as a flood control measure, situated on the Mills College campus, and because of its green algae hue when viewed from Overdale Avenue, a shortcut north around the college to access MacArthur Boulevard, the name Green Lake prevailed. Pressing onward, they marched homeward bound, not journeying on Mountain Boulevard but on the eucalyptus tree-lined dirt road at the base of the hills, culminating at Keller Avenue. Mike remained engrossed with Leona Heights and Laundry Farm Canyon. When asked, his dad having mentioned that as a kid growing up in Oakland, he had ridden the streetcar to Leona Heights and was aware of the sulfur mines and the quarries, but never had the initiative to see them firsthand, Mike didn't press the matter. He wondered if an up-close look may have introduced a whole new chapter to his dad's life, just as hearing Steve Graham tell about Laundry Farm Canyon and Leona Heights in class at school had spurred Mike's interest, leading to his first and subsequent visit and aspirations of fulfilling youthful fantasies and adventures on the road of life.